In the quiet of the night, you hop so near. Soft paws touch my soul, no need to fear. Cuddles in the corner, whispers in the air. Even when you're gone, your love's still there. Unconditional bond, forever we ride. Your heart beats my rhythm deep inside. Through the silence, through the dark, we'll stay. A rabbit's love never fades away. Eyes like moons, they pull me in. Your gentle thumb lets the trust begin. Floppy ears catching every word I say. In your world of hay, I'll always stay. Unconditional bond, forever we ride. Your heart beats my rhythm deep inside. Through the silence, through the dark, we'll stay. A rabbit's love never fades away. Jumping over shadows we never break. In this life together we'll give, not take. You're the calm in my storm, my soft escape. Your love's my armor, my heart you shape. When the sun sets low and the room turns dim, your warmth lingers like a secret hymn. Nap in my arms, dreams take their flight. Forever together, we'll face the night. Unconditional bond, forever we ride. Your heart beats my rhythm deep inside. Through the silence, through the dark, we'll stay. A rabbit's love never fades away. Jumping over shadows we never break. In this life together we'll give, not take. You're the calm in my storm, my soft escape. Your love's my armor, my heart you shape.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Sorry, I was taking pictures there for something I'm going to show off in a few minutes. We got a package from Addie Tooney today that is absolutely freaking awesome. So, yeah, I definitely want to show that off. But anyhow, to start off, yeah, we got a yummy day. Again, week got away from us, but on top of that, we are getting ready for some serious beta testing. Again, do not want to blow out our taste buds for it, because apparently we are not done with beta testing for the season like we thought we were. There is a poll in chat. I'm just curious. It kind of gives us a direction with what we want to do for the summer on days like today, when we really can't get to the actual flavor testing of the heavy flavors. Yeah, the purple cake, that's what I actually made, Steven, for today, and I think it turned out pretty good for keeping it semi-basic, but yet also kind of really punching some good flavor.
Hold the phone just a second.
What?
Mr. Banana got excited about the purple cake and not the banana pudding?
Yeah. Yeah. He's over banana. That was last year. Whatever.
Just kidding, Steven. You know we love you.
That was so last year, hun. Jeez. And I'm just trying to find the picture and get it ready for later. show
Nah,
you
he just
guys.
knows it has that banana raw in it and he can't try it yet.
Possibly.
Because, all my bananas have banana raw. Well, purple
True.
everything
They
does.
do.
So are you saying if I dyed my purple or my banana pudding purple, that'd be better?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. And plus it's purple. Yeah. I know phrasing would approve of this picture. Yes. I believe he would. But before I show anything else, I am going to. I can't. Okay, this will be fun. Maybe I can. I'll figure it out. Just realized that.
At some point, Tim will know what he's doing.
Yeah, at some point I'll figure this out. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe I can figure this out. I did. I figured it out.
Are you sure?
No. Absolutely, I am not. So, but I think I'm going to try it anyway. All right. So, what we're going to do here is we will, yeah. All right. Since I can't share that, I forgot that when I'm streaming, I can't just share screen through Zoom like most people can because they screwed that up all over a year ago. But I will show you this anyways. These came in today, and not all of them. The one on the right, Addie had sent us a while back, each one of those, but he made us 2 more necklaces. One has like a blue gemstone like in the middle, and he made like a screw-in arrow into the other one. So we have some choices here, and I thought that was extremely cool, and the intricate work that he did on these, and how beautiful those
First,
turned
I'd
out.
like to say welcome, Dalton Beaver. And this is a Hellman's Mayo place. Just saying.
Why? What's he saying?
He said,
Dukes.
yo, Duke's Mayo.
I can kind of forgive Dukes. I'm not as big a fan of Dukes, but it's not. At least he didn't come in saying, "Oh, Miracle Whip." And I was Team Miracle Whip about 15 years ago, 10 years ago, about 10 years ago.
I don't know, Stephen, but I'm glad the points are looking at you today and
Yeah, no,
being in your favor.
it's maybe because you got so screwed last time and decided to fix it. So, but yeah, Addie sent those over, and I don't know if Cassie's are different. I don't know. She's got her own.
I didn't see yours because obviously I couldn't see the screen, but he sent us a little note. It just says, Tim and Cassie, love you guys. Toonie. Very, very simple. And then I have like the blue, I don't know if my camera will pick it up. Like the little blue stone. And then the other one has a heart in it. Oh, wait, that has a stone too.
Yours has a
Oh, that
stone?
has a
My
purple
other
stone.
one does not have a stone. Mine has just got the arrow through it. Oh, no, it is a heart.
Yeah.
It is heart shaped. Yeah, it is heart shaped.
Yeah, I have a heart with a purple stone and then a blue stone with a circle.
See, mine just
Abby,
doesn't have the
you are
purple stone.
awesome. You are fucking amazing, and I love you.
He's
We
getting
miss
back
you.
in. He's getting back into his woodworking days, and he makes those out of knots in the wood, which is kind of freaking amazing, actually. The part of the wood that most people complain about. Yeah, as long as it's on the mayo side. I mean, I prefer one or the other. Yeah, Addie rolls. I love Addie.
The
He's a very
reason
good
they
person.
say bring out the Hellmans and bring out the best. They
Yeah,
don't
but
say
there's
bring
the
out
Duke's
the
commercials
Dukes and bring
too.
out the best.
Dukes has his commercials too. I mean, I was Team Miracle Whip and you ruined me for it. I could have still liked that
because
crappy
I gave
shit.
you Hellmans, and Hellmans is way better.
You didn't give me Hellmans. You forced me to have only Hellmans for like a decade, and then I went back and tried it, and it's like,
It's
fuck this.
yucky.
So
Like super yucky.
yeah, some good. I want to go over a couple of really good recipes today. At least I know mine's good. I mean, I don't know what hers is like yet, so we'll see.
I was about to miss it, but I can go over it real quick first.
You can go over yours first. Yeah, I'll go over mine after.
Let's see. So I'm making oh, I forgot to put the butter. God damn it. I'll fix that. Buttery blueberry bread. Blueberry flavor west at 3. Blueberry medicine flower at a half. Blueberry muffin from both Flavora and Wonder Flavor at 3 a piece. Nut muffin from Cap at 3. Super sweet perulum at 1. And then I will be adding butter raw VSO at 1% to that.
And I really
I
like nut muffin. That's a good flavor.
It really is. I linked Tim's song to be nice because, I haven't been very nice about it because I'm sick of hearing it. And there's the picture of my buttery blueberry bread.
Not
Like,
even my best work anymore.
no, it's not. That song kind of sucks compared to some of the other ones, actually.
But they'll be released soonish.
Yeah, I'm about to mix this up and see how she is.
I made a blueberry cobbler actually a while back. It won't be much different than what it was today, except for the bakery components would be different. But,
I mean,
yes, so
yeah, take those blueberries, take out all the muffins, and add like
use my
blueberry
what was
jam
it?
from Wonder Flavor.
My peach cobbler recipe,
And
just
then
replace the blueberries.
Something for the crumble topping.
I think it was
Definitely some brown sugar.
crumble cookie, and some other stuff. But here we go. We got mine to today is black and blueberry cake. So it's blackberry flavora 0.75 because it is what it is actually is from a picture I saw of a recipe that showed up on Instagram, and it's like I saved the picture and just went for it. But it's a blackberry blueberry buttercream cake, and that's actually what it's supposed to be. And so blackberry flavora 0.75 because that's pretty good blackberry. Blueberry flavor west at 3, and blueberry medicine flower at 0.5 makes a really nice blueberry. And I want it to be a little blueberry forward, so although I thought about going all full 1% on the blackberry, I kind of wanted to go a little blueberry heavy because I feel like it's a little more palatable. And it works really well with the buttercream frosting. It'll blend in with the buttercream frosting if given some time to steep. And then yellow cake, you can use whatever your favorite cake is. I almost used white cake from white cake instead from Wonder Flavors, but I used the yellow cake because yellow cake gives a little bit more consistency. There's a little more of that granular like texture like to it. And then I did push super sweet to 1 because we're pushing up against blueberry buttercream frosting and blackberry. And if you look at the picture, it's supposed to be frosting heavy and really sweet. So indulge in it. That's what I thought about. I'm not usually don't go to 1%, but this I thought screamed go extra sweet on this one. Yeah. Plus I have been getting a little bit more used to the sweet liquids himself with the mango and all those, so yeah, it's helping. But I think it does need a little bit more of a steep. It's still buttercream frosting is still kind of like a separate component-ish. It needs a little bit more time for that and the cake to become saturated with that blueberry and blackberry. And that blackberry needs a little time to settle in. I'd say 3 to 5 days. You want to wait 7 total to really get it there. The buttercream frosting really kind of shines after 7 to 10 days. It's good after. Oh, I don't mind it off the shake. But yeah. And yeah, it's just been a really good week. Busy wise, but that's because we're getting a lot done. I had a really long conversation with my daughter the other night. That was it wasn't a good conversation, but it was a conversation that was in depth, and she came to me, and it was actually, for me, that was good, even if it wasn't for good reasons. Yeah, hashtag Addy Tooney. We love him. He's doing pretty good. Just saw something pop up. Oh, it was Grim responding to me. Simply just told him not to buy. He doesn't need to thank me. He does a lot for this community. Grim Green does, and he doesn't ever need to thank me for anything. He does so much for us. So.
And I say it openly, and I say it with love, and we love you, Nick. But literally, I'm using you right now
Well, the cringe factor here with his, I don't know. Okay, maybe he does need to say sorry for the cringe factor in his build sessions sometimes, because the wonk is real. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
I can help you out with that, Steven. Next time we get a chance to get in Zoom together. It's on my desktop. eScribe. eScribe. You got to find the right download for eScribe. That's what it is. And you download eScribe, and then there's a whole bunch of already pre-made ones you can do, or you can make your own. Like, I put my own logo on mine, and then if I got Ashley on there, the bunny is on for, yeah. So you can do that. But yeah, like it is so much fun to play around with those, and like once you create your own, you just find one that you kind of like the layout of, and if you want to really cheat, just change the picture. That's all I did. Found one I kind of like, and you'll find that some are a little glitchy, so you might find one that you'll kind of like, but you'll have to look for another one that's similar. But you can take the picture off the one you like. It works. Yep, eScribe. All one word. Yeah, it's just, but you got to find the links are fewer and far between compared to what they used to be, but there is a couple places. I just had to re-download it recently onto my computers, my new computers. Yeah, keep mixing. Let's see. I want to see where we're at with this poll at the moment. I'm not going to end it. Yeah, I'm going to end it at the end of the show in case people hop in, but I want to see where we're at. So vibrant vibrant flavors. I said tropical maybe, but it can be like bright berries or just lemonades or something like that. But something summertime vibrant. A lot of people like that in the summertime. Even I like that. Like the mango's hitting really good for me, but that might hit all year long for me. Then there's rich bakery desserts like such as cake. I tried to make it longer, but literally those are all the letters I can put into a poll, or I would have added more to it. Season doesn't really matter, only variety. Some people just, like, we are mostly that way. It doesn't matter about the season, but we don't really get into too many ADVs, although lately we have had some really good flavors we've been working on that have been hitting the spot really good because we worked on them really hard. And then some people like same realm all year round, you know. It doesn't matter. You either like desserts or you like tropical fruity flavors. I know Bob's more the tropical fruity juicy drinks. You got that's just like his bakeries. There's a few others that are the same thing. If you're in a certain realm and you kind of like the same thing year round, well, that's fine too. But just kind of like to know because it gives me an idea where we should go. If we got some serious seasonal people that really want vibrant flavors for summer, we'll focus more on vibrant flavors for summer. Like today, I actually went with something a little bit just. Oh, this kind of reminds me of summer too. Blackberries and blueberries. Our black raspberries are just coming into bloom. I just had some today when I went out to the mailbox because there's some growing right next to the mailbox. They didn't grow as good this year because we had a really rainy season, but there are still some out there, so I get a few handfuls here and there. I think I have some in the fridge still. Yeah.
Yeah, we need like another like 3/4 of a cup, and I'll have enough for pancakes.
So in other words, after the stream, I'm going to be out there in the bushes getting briar picked and torn apart for a few minutes so I can get enough because I know there's enough out there.
I'm not making fucking pancakes today. Are you on
Me
crack?
today, but if I get them today, you can make them in the morning. I don't have to get out in the morning before my breakfast. It's not like I'm going to read before coffee's ready anyway.
We do have maple bacon to go with it.
We do. Oh, update too while I'm out here. Update. We are Flavora is in production for their newest release. It will be coming really soon as soon as I get the production numbers up there. They do, like I thought, I had checked. They produce it ahead of time, making sure they're ready before they announce release in case there's an issue with production, or maybe they test something afterwards that doesn't turn out right. So yeah, they're producing right now and getting ready for theirs. Wonder Flavors is all done with the testing. I already know what you have. I can give you the numbers, but I can't tell you what it is. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to give you numbers, but I'm going to anyway. 18 SCs are coming out and 8 naturals are coming out. So
I don't know if I'm supposed to give you this information, but
No, I'm not. I'm not giving away anything major, but I will tell you there's some real bangers in that mix. Anyone who helped with the beta testing knows this. There's some serious bangers in that one. Although I don't know of anyone else that helped with the Flavoro test, I'm telling you, there's a few in there. Oh, just yeah. There's two in particular that I'm just drooling and salivating over, waiting for them to come in. In fact, I may or may not have procured shortly. I'll be getting a bottle of one of them because I asked, because it's that good. So if it's good enough that I'm asking pre-release to get a bottle, offered to pay, it's that good. Your menthol 12, oh, man, that's crazy. But you know what? I do like a Coolada menthol, or even if I don't care for the flavor, Coolada menthol or WS-23 in the wintertime helps me with my airways better than my inhaler did. Because I didn't realize it until a few years ago. My other doctor figured out I have cold weather induced asthma when it's really, really cold outside. And I found that if you don't take your inhaler like 5-10 minutes before you go out, it's almost useless. But if I forget and I go outside and then I realize it, I can grab a mentholated or, Coolada WS-23 and hit that, and it just takes care of it instantly. So it works better.
I've been missing a whole lot in chat. Hey, V8 and Kerplot and Neil and Buster Bell.
Actually, the coldest near here was like 2 years ago. Was 108 degrees below zero, something like that. Something like that. It was right near here, over in New Hampshire, not far from us. Maybe 30 miles from us.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets cold. When I was growing up, the lowest we had was -48 at the Sand Pond, where I lived in New York, upstate New York. Yeah, it gets cold.
Holy crap. That is over the top freaking blueberry right there, but it is delicious. I am going to have a hard time letting that one steep.
I was so mad back then. I was trying to get to my girlfriend's house and they couldn't get the car to turn over because it's so damn cold. I had a heater, big space heater, like a 4-footer underneath the car with a blankets over top of it, car charger plugged in, and the heater cord was plugged in all night the night before. It didn't matter. I think I mostly got out of it all day as Next morning, car started right up fine. It's like, damn it, now I gotta go to school. Oh yeah, it was irritating. What was the question Mike asked?
Huh?
I see Buster Bell saying something.
Any chance that you guys can explain how to upload a photo to your ELR recipe?
Yes, there is a video. We did do a video on that. Yeah, using Imgur. Yeah.
Hi, Quentin. If you put in the name of your recipe #AAFL, Tim can find it on ELR.
I can.
Oh my God, that's awful, Steven.
Yeah, I saw that over 100 dead, 12 still missing or something like that they know of. And yeah, like someone posted, it's going to be, I think it was Gwen, actually, or somebody reposted it, that it's going to be generations, at least a generation or two before anything gets back to normal in that area. It was really that quick and that fast. And it's snow. Well, we don't get what I used to where I grew up, but we do get hammered pretty good. There's some pictures. If you check my Facebook out, my Advocate for Liberty Facebook, you'll see some pictures of me outside clearing snow here over the winter. But there was one time particular while I was growing up. Actually, I was already grown up. I was already working out of school, and I woke up in the morning to a 4-foot snowbank outside my door. Had to shovel my way out of my driveway, drive down the road that hadn't been plowed in a few hours, so it was like 2 foot of snow with my truck, and 4-wheel drive the whole way. Got to the S-curves, 1.5 miles down the road from my house. Started clearing up right there. Within 200-300 yards past the S-curves, green grass. I was carpooling with a guy at the end of the road, right at the end of the road. I pulled into his driveway an hour and a half early. He goes, "Why are you here so early? Look at my truck." No one looked at my truck. He's got green grass. Because, well, want to come in for coffee? Yeah, sure. So, yeah, it happens. And where I grew up, I had the blizzard of, was it 76, 78, that they had it where it was up over the, people were walking out their second story windows. There's pictures of some of my family walking out the windows of my grandmother's house and how my uncle owns. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, yeah, that rain was something else. I once did see a road collapse right in front of me, and I almost got taken with it. A culvert. And this is a spot you wouldn't expect. Culvert's down probably about 50, 75 feet. Deep culvert, not very big. Well, that thing eroded and just disappeared right in front of me. I mean, it was the closest I ever came to getting in a sinkhole like that. And if I can't imagine what it'd be like if you had a place that a lot of places would just collapse. It was 78, Tommy. Yep. I thought so. I was thinking it's Blizzard 78. Because I think I was, yeah. Release date on Flavoria. We don't have a release date as of yet, but they're in production, so it'll be real soon. Like, Wonder Flavors, I don't think kicked in their production yet, but they're getting ready. They know what they're doing, so I think they're about to do the same thing. I think they might release not far apart, which is surprising to me. But those are two flavor houses I really stand behind. They have people test them. We've tested them. That's priceless to us. FA, with their releasing without testing, I swear even the people in the labs aren't testing some of that stuff. It's been so bad. Their hit rate last 5-6 releases. I think it's very important that things get tested ahead of time. I don't know who's testing SSA, but I think someone is, because they have a pretty good hit rate. So that's good. Yeah, we got some real winners coming from both of these. And a couple of them that are game changers too. Things we've been asking for, or things we skirted around that we've been able to try and work around but had to kind of fight to do. That's going to make life a lot easier. Oh yeah, we had Irene filled in our pond and everything here. That was the worst one we got hit with. But we've been hit this spring with the hurricanes. We're getting like the tail end of it on the edge, and that's where all our rain was coming from. It was like whipping around and hitting us. And we've had nonstop rain. And even now we got more rain coming tonight and tomorrow. But at least it's not all day long every day like it has been for the last month and a half.
It's been pretty freaking brutal.
Yeah, the garden wasn't growing very well at all because there's no air getting into the roots. It was just always wet. Oh, God. Yep. Yeah, Ploppy, that sucks. Yeah, well, Texas didn't get hit that long ago either with that bad ice storm, snowstorm thing that everybody got hit with, where they had the big power outage. Like, I don't really like the way the world is changing in some ways with weathers, because it's like pretty extreme, even within our entire lifetime. It's more recent. Yeah, I got the Dreamer clutch back out. That custom button from CJ. The blaze on top, and then I'm vaping my Mango Sublime at the moment because the other one needs a little steep. Was it that long ago, V8? Guess it has been a few years. Was it 2019? Wow, that feels like so long ago, and yet it doesn't feel like it's been that long. Stay safe out there in this weather. Yep. Well, Steven would know. He's in Texas, even though he might not be where it got hit bad, but he's in Texas, so he'd at least know the state. Mango milkshake at the moment, hippie. Hungry hippo, hippie, yeah. Hungry Hippo. That actually, I've tried that before. It's a difficult task. So if you pull it off, let me know. The problem is the mangoes have the syrupy mango sounds like a great idea, but then it kind of gets this bite to it that kind of doesn't work real well with the milkshake base. It kind of seems like they fight each other. And that's the issue I've been having with that. But if you can pull it off, let me know, because it's that bite that's hard to get rid of. Yeah, I know. That's why I went for it today. I'll share it again here. This is what I made. Black and blueberry cake. Blackberry Flavora at 0.75. Blueberry Flavor West at 3. And Medicine Flower Blueberry at 0.5. Had a little heavier on the blueberry than blackberry, because blackberry can be a little bit overpowering. But that is a good blackberry. Buttercream frosting for Wonder Flavors to let it blend into. It will blend. And so with the cake, yellow cake. And I went with the yellow cake Flavor West because I didn't want the oily note that you get a little bit of from the jungle flavors. And I didn't want to go white cake because you get a little more consistency out of the yellow cake. And then a super sweet Perillum at 1 because they wanted that frosting nice and sweet, just like the picture. Because, yeah, let's face it, that looks like a really sweet piece of cake. I wouldn't do it justice if I put 0.5% in it, I don't think. That looked just tasty. Right now, it's the blackberry's kind of a little punchy. It needs a little time to settle down and let that buttercream frosting work its way in better. I know it will. I have faith in it. Because Tuesday's not actually a panel show. We should be doing the flavor series. But because we know we have betas coming, we didn't even know if they might be in today. More betas coming. We don't want to blow out our taste buds before doing the beta testing because that takes priority. So we just did some random mixing on a Tuesday instead. Just the two of us. Just to hang out for a little bit and to do something. So we don't, you got something for the time slot for starters. And secondly, it gives us a good excuse to just make something nice.
Yeah.
The two least pretty people in the group, as I said, Stephen? Okay, I agree.
Huh?
He said for the two pretty people in the group. I said, least pretty, maybe. But it won't be long. I'll start letting my hair down. It's almost long enough.
Oh my God.
And then I got my beautiful hair. Yeah, just this mixing thing, though, seriously, let us know. And use the Mixer's mailbox, mixersmailbox@gmail.com. Send in suggestions on things you'd like profiles you'd like to go over. Try to not just narrow into just one particular thing, although we can try and work off it. We probably won't do anything that we've already just went over recently, but we will go over things that we see in there. If there's something you really want to go. Lemon custard cake. Yeah, I don't mind going over a few recipes if people have them.
Good.
But yeah, just try to have a good time and enjoy ourselves, and gives us a chance to. I put up the bunny intro has another reasoning, by the way. It's so much easier to just find the most recent video, throw it up on the TV at night, considering somebody now demands her song before bed.
Oh my God. I turned off the TV without playing her song last night, and she threw an absolute fit.
At you. Yep. Then you put it on, and she huffed at you in a, yes, okay, that's better way. That was adorable. All right, here we go. Lemon custard cake from Neil. Creamy sponge cake, Flavor West at 3. Like where you went with that. Lemon cake from Innoware at 2. Actually, that's underused. That's not bad on the cake. Lemon custard from Wonder Flavors at 1.5. Yep. Lemon squares from Wonder Flavors at 1. Not overusing that. A lot of people like to push that to 2. That's where it really starts to get pledgy for me. Super sweet Perillum at 0.5. And sweet cream from Flavor West at 1 to add up cream. See, sweet cream. Good use of that, Neil. Been trying to talk to people about that lately. They add creams to their stuff, but go with the sweet cream or the Catalan cream. Is it Catalan? Right?
I think so.
Yeah. or one of those, and you want the sweet creams when you're doing the desserts. That's what's really going to pull it off. A lot of people like to put creams in their desserts, but they don't use a sweet cream, and then they wonder why it doesn't quite taste right. That sweet cream, that's just something about it. Turned out good. Not an overpowering lemon, but for me, nice balance. Steep. Yeah, that lemon cake is not super lemony like some of them. Not pledgy. Lemon custard's nice, and then lemon squares used at 1 is, I can do that. And that creamy sponge cake, good way to also smooth it out a little bit. I don't use that one very often, and it's not a bad flavor. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while, Gerplop. I don't remember what percentage I used to use it at. The lemon cake in Aware was not a bad one. I think I ran out for a while and I reordered it, but I don't think I've used it since I reordered it. Lemon squares it's a good flavor, and a lot of people, it doesn't bother them at all. I get a little pledginess if it's pushed too much. And on single flavor testing, it kind of shines a little bit more of the pledginess. But when it's in a mix, I don't get it bad. And at 1%, I wouldn't get it in that one, in that mix. I'm fairly confident that would be a good mix for me. So it's kind of like, yes, this is kind of worth it. Oh, you can't share links, but it was posted yesterday. Let me check. It said it wasn't exactly. All right, let me. Hungry Hippos and the mango. Oh, the mango milkshake. I found it. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, I would say if it's just posted yesterday, it is posted yesterday. There has not been a lot of postings on ELR this week. That's been a quiet week. Yesterday only had like, what, 8 or 10? Usually you get a lot more than that. Been quiet. I almost hit bun intro again. Mango milkshake. Golden pineapple from Cap at 1. Add a little bit of more tropical vibe there. Yep. Milkshake from Cap at 2. Milkshake mullenberry at 1. Like the use of both. Super sweet from Cap at 1/2. Sweet cream from Cap at 1.5. Again, sweet creams, great addition. Sweet mango from Cap at 4. Ultimate mango from Flavor Jungle at 1.5. And vanilla bean ice cream Flavor West at 3. Well, yeah, that ultimate mango would be a good choice for that one. Sweet mango Cap at 4. Now see, that's where I might run into a little astringency I'd worry about. A sweet mango both the sweet mango and the what's the other one? Candied mango. Both carry a little bit of acidity like bite to them that sometimes can really mess with your creams. Although they're having the added sweet cream in there and weirdly kind of side taming it with the golden pineapple, smart move. That might work. Because I just mixed something up that's not here, trying to work on for the menu, and I actually did something similar and had an issue. It didn't quite work as much as I'd hoped.
Yep.
And it was the same thing. It was, yeah, a little too bitey. But let's see, is anything else? No. It's not missing anything there. What does it say I'm missing? I'm not missing the ultimate mango. I have the ultimate mango. Maybe it didn't. Oh, it might have been put. I might have put it in one of those ones where I put it in when it first comes out and then it gets deleted because nobody recognizes the flavor. That actually happens quite often when they first go in. Until someone puts one in and they decide it is an official flavor and then they keep it. So I'm happy you're feeling better, Kaplop. I always worry about you.
Yep.
Need to update notes. Yep. Yeah. Not kidding. I have several notebooks over there. I've kind of got the parts memorized that I needed to, and then when I started going off on my own, it made it a little different. Pineapple juice, if you're looking for just juicy, the golden pineapple or the Not the Thai, the other one. The Thai gives it a little bit of bite, but the Sugarloaf. Golden pineapple or Sugarloaf, or even if you want a little bit more like almost a canned pineapple juice, like the juice you get, that'd be Noms. Those are the three big ones for me. Inaware's got a little bit more bite. Thai has a little bite, but it's actually pretty close. That's actually not a bad one either. Thai pineapple is another good one. I actually like to use either Golden or Sugarloaf with the Thai pineapple. It just gives it just enough, and it tames down the Thai a little bit. But that's my own personal preference. So the Dead Rabbit Mini, two of them. Okay, how are they working for tasters? Because I have actually heard rumors that there's supposed to be a real big flavor banger, and it does look like it has a nice condensed chamber. But I don't know how they actually worked out. Yeah, Sugarloaf, straight canned pineapple juice, yeah. And then it's actually, compare it to the Noms of Kerplop if you try them side by side. The Noms is definitely more just straight canned, and you get a little bit more of like an actual juice out of the Sugarloaf. But yeah, they're not. They are both. Those three are in a similar vibe. 2.5 milliliters. I think 3 milliliters is too big. I was wondering about that. Someone was saying put a 3 millimeter in there. I was thinking that condensed chamber that might just not have enough airflow, and you might be burning off your liquid. You have to worry about that. Some of the smaller ones, like I got 2.5s in the Venice. The Venice I use the 2.5 for the same reason. I find it 3 kind of burns off liquids a little bit. Yep, yeah, I saw that. Noms has another 20% off sale. Take advantage of that. You can always use AFL for 15, but if you can get 20, take it. Just like I hope some people took advantage of the weekend sale at Bull City. It's one of their best of the year. They have twice a year. They have like a 20% sale, and one of them is always 4th of July. And we actually,
I know we placed like 3 orders.
Yeah, we placed like $300 worth of orders over the weekend. So yeah, it was a busy weekend. Take advantage of those sales because, I mean, although they make a little less, they get a little bit more volume, so it actually makes up for it. Plus, if with those sales, ensures you're more likely to keep some of those more rare flavors. If you see those sales going on, take advantages of it. There's perlums and stuff on there because if they don't sell well, they won't restock something that has such a large volume needed in order to order. So those your favorite flavors, make sure you get in there and do it. Yeah. What is 20% off 300? We save $60. If you save 90 to Kerplop, then you did more than we did. My moment RDA adorable. Yeah, I actually like the event is a 20, I believe. Let me double check that. I got the calipers right here somewhere. Right here. I think that's a 20. Yeah. 20. Actually, technically it's 22 on the outside of the cap. 21.9. But yeah, the Vena is actually a nice little flavor banger, but it also has a little restricted airflow compared to even the Hadley. It's a little bit more restricted than the Hadley. I would love to get another set of find another like RDA that just hits me like the Hadley does. Steven, if you haven't noticed, there are flavors and stuff that might be going different places that maybe we need, flavors for. There's liquids that might be going different places that we kind of need flavors for is part of it. Plus, I'm not done collecting them.
I might be being really quiet right now because I'm working on putting some together at the moment.
Oh yeah, I forgot. And also, I'm still collecting. I'm not done my Pokemon collection quite yet. I'm getting close, but I'm not quite there.
Gotta catch them all.
I mean, outside of DIY Canada for the distro stuff, I'm within a few hundred of being complete on my Pokemon collection. But yeah, take advantage of the sales and promo codes. If nothing else, you can also go there and go to my website, and it'll give you links to go to the different places if you get a little confused. Like DIY Canada, the site and stuff. I mean, you get confused with the other DIY in the States. It's not the same one, so direct you to the right one. The one that actually has over 2,000 flavors available. They actually have the most. I thought it was Noms. I was wrong. I was severely wrong. Odie pointed that out when he did the work for me to figure it out. Gave me a clickable list for an offline stash, so I could see what was available where, so I know how to collect them. Which one's been sold out? Oh, Banana SC from Noms will be back in stock. We got word from Steve-O that actually reached out to them for us and found out within 3 weeks they will be stocked up on the Noms again. It was just a production thing. I think a little that has to do with vacation times and stuff like that as well that they had over there. I know that that was a factor with getting some answers for a while, as a bunch of people were on vacation, including Richard. So yeah, within 3 weeks they'll have some of those back in stock, which Kiwi's another one. There's a few of them. And Sweet Lime, if that goes out of stock, we got a problem.
I'll riot.
It's yum. Is an ADV for a long time? Yeah, some flavors we will see not at distros, sadly. Like I said, we did save, actually wound up saving a few at Bull City, a little bit in a roundabout way, but we went really heavy on the toasted coconut cheesecake because it's one of our, it's a flavor we absolutely love, and we like it in coffee and we like it in different in ice cream bases and stuff. It's just yum. So to us, that was a big factor. So we actually went pretty deep in the paint for how much we ordered, so that they could make profit off the rest of it. Yeah, but it works out. Works out good. You got all of the VSO you wanted, Hippo? Hungry Hippo? There's a few that I still like, really love. The Banana Raw is one of them, off the top of my head. The Marshmallow Raw is another one that's really good. There's a handful that I use, but I just don't use them as often because I try to stick it where we can get the flavors. Because part of the problem with using VSO in a recipe is we're on UK shows too, and there's a lot of UK followers for us. So it's not really fair to make it with the raws if they can't use it. And it's not fair to make it with the regulars, OGs, if we can't get them over here. So it's kind of like that split weirdness. And I always feel guilty when we use them as a part of the problem. So I don't use them often, unless it's the only thing available that works. It's just that crossover, because it's literally where you are, you can get exactly the opposite. And some translate okay with the pretty close with the raw and versus the OG. And then most of them, though, there's a complete difference with them. The OGs will be more of a juicy flavor, and then the raws are just like you get texture.
Oh, sweet. Hi, Sharon.
We're not going to deny that, Hanky. You are, but we love you anyway.
I wasn't even going to comment. I'm ignoring him now. Actually, I'm kind of ignoring everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of mixing away.
But Lorenz LA is banana cream. You mean this flavor? Right,
by the way, I kind of just toasted my bottle that I just filled out of that bottle, so
yeah.
I'm gonna need
look
to
at
refill
this.
my
Look
again.
at this. The other day, this was almost full.
So maybe I'll just fill my bottle and bring it out to you and just keep that one out here.
I just realized I have 2 bottles of Yesu cheesecake.
That's good because I need one of those to come in. Oh no, never mind. Mine's gonna be in.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but not small bottles either. 60 and a 4 ounce.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need to like not give you my 60 when my 16-ounce comes in because I'm gonna need to use it so I'm not pouring out of a 16-ounce bottle. You know what I mean?
It ain't working completely. I'm still looking washed out. Whatever. I do think I'm gonna have to replace that camera. I think it's acting up.
Yeah, replace it with one of the ones you've already got.
Yeah, yeah, some of the flavors, some we will see disappear forever from the distros, sadly. There's a lot to do with it. Doesn't mean the flavor's gone necessarily either. It just means that the distro isn't going to hold it anymore because, okay, just speaking for one particular Bull City situation, they literally have to go by expiration dates, no matter how arbitrary these expiration dates are. And we know this from our community that a lot of these flavors are very good as long as they're kept properly for years. But what's the best way to sell something? Put an expiration date out on it so they have to buy it again as soon as it's out of date. And they've done that and up the minimum values as well. So some of them have like a 12-month period where that's technically within date. So it has to be sold within 12 months and a minimum quantity can be quite large. And if they can't sell enough of that within that time period, they don't make a profit. If they're not going to make a profit, then they're not going to carry it. I mean, it's just logic. So if you're wondering why something's disappearing, it's not because the company that's making it is shutting down or not selling it. It's that the company that's reselling it might not be able to sell enough volume to make it worthwhile. I am going to have to buy a new one because this is driving me crazy with this washout thing. It'll work, and that won't work, and it'll work.
Or you can use one of the other cameras you already have.
Why would I do that when I can just get a new one?
And now you're all blurry.
Yeah, that's worse. So yeah, yep. The pretty ones on screen, I'm not. That's good for all of you, so don't worry. Yes. Even water. Yes, you're right, V8. But also, some of them are very arbitrary and deliberate. I'm sorry, but a 12-month period, that kind of makes me think on a flavoring that we know lasts longer than that and doesn't have any issues. Well, a 12-month period means in every 12 months, companies have to restock. And that is a very smart move from a company because you automatically force people to restock. It is not going to focus, no matter what I do. Maybe if I shut it off now, I'll try that. No. I'm cleaning. If that'll help. No. So I have no idea what's going on with my camera. Well, trying to fix it.
Focus.
Ford. I'm not Ford.
Unplug the potato and plug in a camera already to
I know, right? I know, right?
Yeah, but do you really want to look at his ugly mug, Ploppy? Isn't this so much better? It really is
not working. It's really not working. That is really weird. I'm trying everything. I can see it off the screen. And it is not working for some reason.
Yeah, so Rex, does anyone make with what I already shared? I don't know.
Sorry if you guys heard the dinging. I was trying to get this to work. Well, the thing I can do is try and change my lighting.
I would imagine they couldn't because I couldn't. I would hope.
I would hope, but I'm not sure. Let me see. I can change my lighting. Maybe that'll help. Maybe. Although it was working fine a few minutes ago. And I just decided, no, I don't like you anymore.
Doorbell.
Yeah, it did sound like a doorbell, yeah. It was me trying to see if I could change it out. That didn't help. I look brighter, but I don't think it helped. Oh, it doesn't like me. I am just not going to be visible today. Oh, there it goes. It's working. Oh.
The camera needs glasses.
It did seem like it, didn't it? That is exactly what it felt like. It felt like the camera needed glasses.
See, but maybe your camera can.
Yeah, so it felt like the camera needed glasses. I don't know.
Actually, no, screw that. I'm mixing stuff for other people. I can't not be able to see.
Yeah.
That would be a disaster.
Yeah, thank you. I doubt you'll see this for a while, but yeah, very thankful to Addie. Staying off of social media, is trying to stay away from videos, trying to keep himself calm. Yeah, there they are. Gorgeous.
Now don't move a muscle. You're moving a muscle if you're moving your eyes, stupid.
Damn it.
You're blinking. That's moving.
Ah. Put glasses on the Hubble. That's right. Didn't they send out a whole like mission to change the lens? Yeah. And put a cover on the lens.
Oh my goodness, Ashley Margaret, what are you doing?
You didn't get any daddy time.
She didn't get much me time
Yeah,
either.
hold the antenna right there. You know what it feels like, Steven? You ever see 8 Crazy Nights where, he stands up on top of the TV, gets hit with lightning? That's what this feels like right now. Yeah. Black and blueberry cake. Blackberry and blueberry buttercream cake. Yum. I said that blackberry's just got to settle down. That buttercream frosting's got to kind of come in a little bit more, and that's going to be so good. He does. He does. I let him know. You guys send your love. I always make sure he hears it. I talk to Addie every few days.
Yep.
It's just, yeah. I mean, like Addie just got to try our liquids. Well, he didn't try mine yet, right? I haven't sent mine yet.
No, he just tried mine. Screw you.
Yeah. Screw you. Yes, yeah,
Screw
no,
you. I sent my stuff. If you want to send your stuff, you can send your own damn stuff. Just kidding. Love you.
Watermelon flavors. That's actually a really,
But technically, you didn't have that like out and ready when I sent Addie's stuff out either.
No, I didn't.
So,
watermelon flavors. I can think of a few. The Ultimate's a really good one. Watermelon raw is good. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's a few others, and there might be others coming too, but I can't talk about them. Damn it. That's very that you can't talk about them. Let's see. It's going down the list. Double watermelon from Cap is good. Double watermelon from SSA is better if you're looking for a juicy watermelon. Straight watermelon. Going down. The Ultimate watermelon, yes. Beryllium, if you're looking for a kind of cleaner version of it, a little more realistic actually, because it's a little waterier. I was never as big a fan as a Red Summer as some people are. I think it takes a little like artificial. Yellow watermelon, if you want something completely different, that's not really like a watermelon, but it's still kind of got that consistency. It's a little bit almost, it's not quite kiwi, but it's got that kiwi-ish vibe. And then, let's see. Raw. What's the, I don't see it here, but isn't there a watermelon from, it's not showing up in this list, but there's a watermelon from Wonder Flavors, sour watermelon, right?
What?
Isn't there a sour watermelon from Wonder Flavors? I'm not seeing it on my list.
I thought
Should be one. I am pretty sure. And it's not on my list for some reason.
Don't ask me.
I can look at the offline stash thing, and I don't have to worry. It'll definitely be there. That's what it's here for. There we go. The heck was that?
I don't know.
That's not the list I was thinking about. This is completely different. Okay.
Whoa, what
I'm
kind of
super
list are you
confused.
looking at?
Sexy one. Lots of flavors on it. Makes me all excited.
Oh, okay. Flavorless. Gotcha. But that's whatever.
There we go.
Anywho.
All right. So we're looking for watermelon. Watermelon, and I need to do just do flavor house. Been a little while since I did this. By flavor house, I mean, yeah. By name, I mean. By name, by name. Name contains. All right, let's see. Finally loads. Everything's loading slow today. Maybe it's our internet with the storms we've been having lately.
I don't know. Apparently we lost internet while I was
Juicy
sleeping
watermelon
yesterday.
succulent. Open it up in big screen so I can see it better. Okay.
Just so you guys know, this isn't just for you. He literally talks his way through everything like this on everything he does.
Yeah, I do. Helps me keep it
Drives
straight
me
so I don't get
freaking
sidetracked.
nuts when I'm trying to watch TV and he's sitting over at his computer doing that.
Yep. Ain't down here either. I know there's a watermelon from Wonder Flavors. Like a candied watermelon. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, isn't there like watermelon sour type and
Yeah,
watermelon
that's what I was
extra?
looking for, and I'm not seeing it here. Just realized it's not on here either.
Don't know what to tell you.
Sort by multiple. There we go. I should get it. Sour watermelon candy. Yeah, that's actually a good one. I thought that was an extra sour one too. Isn't there 2 levels of that sour, or is that the blue raz? That's 2 levels.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the watermelon.
Me too, and I'm only seeing one on here. I just realized that. So there might be yeah. Wonder Flavors oh, it is extra sour. Watermelon extra sour. Yep. I just realized there's a typo in that. That's why. Oh, there we go. Watermelon extra sour and watermelon sour watermelon candy. Watermelon candy extra sour. The extra sour, if you're going to get it, the extra sour is not really sour, but it is give you a little bit more of that sour candy vibe. It is a better option. Sorry, it took a second. I was just trying to make sure I got it right.
Oh. Hippo sent something into the mixer's mailbag.
It's Mixer's mailbox. Oh.
Well, I was reading it the way he said it because I didn't want to make him feel bad, okay?
I'm just making sure he sent it to the right place. Let me double check here. I have to go to yeah. Okay. In order to sign in, it won't let me sign in direct the other way because I'm in using my thing. So I have to go incognito in order to look it up. Okay, yep. Gauge idiots. I'm reading this here. That's not a bad idea. I have to look into that a little bit more and try and refine it more. But yeah, like going into people's stashes and suggesting like staples kind of is what this is sounding like. Staples for certain profiles if they are trying to go through a certain profile. Some staple flavors like cap sugar cookie for bakery mix is not a bad idea. TPA or for creamy profiles, TPA vanilla bean ice cream. I like Flavor West better, but TPA is not a bad one. There's actually there'd be a few of them. There's see TPA, vanilla bean, and liquid barn would be the three that would be definitely like almost must get one of those to start with. And if you want something a little more creamier, buttery, and custier for that, would definitely be like the Noms ice cream. Ice cream. That's got a little bit of a actual custardy, buttery note in it, but it's really yummy. If you like a buttery ice cream, that's the one. That's not a bad idea. We are working on something that might kind of fall into that a little bit too with Odie. We've been working on lately. There's going to be something changing in the future anyway for a little more refinement and a little bit more helpful and useful to the community. Odie's been working hard on it. Right now he's got some stuff he wants to go over with me. I just have not had the time to get into Zoom with him with everything going on because we have so much extra going on right now.
Yep.
I mean, trying to focus on creating a functional minimal stash for something when you're creating for people, it's not an easy thing to do. It's a lot more, yeah. SSA double watermelon, definitely, yes. Like I said, Cap's not bad, but the SSA is just a little better. It's better. Yeah, Odie does kick ass. Odie deserves a lot more recognition for behind the scenes work with many of the shows that are on or have been on, including Noted. When we were doing Noted, Odie did a lot. Odie and ID10T did a lot for us. So, yeah. We might see some of that stuff come back to one of the shows. We haven't decided which show yet for sure, but one of the shows we're probably going to see some of the old Reddit connections come back as well.
Ooh.
You know, though, that it's important that we have, like, we try and reach out to all the different places. Yeah, Odie is amazing when it comes to, like, spreadsheets and stuff. All right. I'll go through this again. What I was looking at, I'll just show it. What I was working at, and he is trying to make this public for everybody.
Ooh.
Right here.
2% hippo.
I did a search. I actually used the extension and the macros, and I sorted by multiple criteria because I put in these over here. You see how it's got Wonder flavors, and it's also got watermelon connected, and that's how I was able to search it out and see which ones.
Honey, I see it. So are you sharing it correctly so that they can see it, or are you sharing in Zoom?
Oh. You know that thing I told you? No, you know that thing I said I can't do? I can do on Benny, but I can't do here. Right there it is. All right, so there we go. See how they're at the top? I
can see. I got him.
I have these two clicked. The watermelon's written in there, and then Wonder Flavors is the flavor house. And then I went up here, and for instance, I hit the macros. Use different ways to sort it. I sorted by multiple criteria, which is whatever's clicked over here. And then I can sort by my stash or flavor house or alphabetical. Like there's all kinds of options. And as you can see, there's some of them crossover. This will only have a single entry for everything. Like say premium custard. There's like 3 different flavor houses that technically carry the same custard. They're rebottles. They're under 1 on here. So you won't get multiples of the same thing. But I'm sitting at 2,135 flavors right now. That's not including the ones I can't enter in because they're not released yet. And there's quite a few of those. A lot more than you'd think. So, yeah. I opened something else up on here. I have no idea what I did, but okay. I got a whole, like... There, fixed it.
Isn't that the one that's really rindy, though? The Flavora Wild Melon? Or am I thinking of the wrong one?
It is to some people. I don't get too much rind, but it's a really bright, tangy melon. The Flavora's got a couple of them. They got the melon mix too one. What is it? Wild melon, and there's another one. They have 2 of them that are really good. But the wild melon is like, I believe that's the one that's more like a cantaloupe. And then the other one's a little bit more like a honeydew.
Well, tell me something I didn't already know, Hanky.
So I was sharing it with Cassie because I wanted to make sure she knew how it worked.
Yeah, because I haven't already seen it like a million times because you're always like, look, 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 look.
Well, you know how much work it takes to go through that many flavorings and make sure you have them?
Yeah, because guess who was running back and forth from the office getting the flavor houses and putting them back for you?
It's true. Thank you. So, yeah, Odie does a lot. He deserves a lot of credit. He doesn't get nearly as much as he should.
At
He's
least I
tried to help
don't
quite a
have to
bit.
go in there anymore to get your flavorings. That's all your job.
Yeah, the blend melons and stuff like that, different. But if you're getting into them, then you're opening up a whole different can of worms right there when you get into the mixed melons and different types of melons. Watermelons themselves, there's like 5 really good ones. And some of it just depends on how much rind you want to put up with. I feel like that was one of the things we like better about the watermelon raw is because it didn't have the rind basically at all.
No, it
Whereas
was just a nice, juicy watermelon.
and I really
Fresh.
like the Jungle Flavors Ultimate, but the Ultimate does have a little bit of rind, which I don't understand why anybody purposely put rind in the flavor, because that's not what we're after unless we're after like a lemon zest or something like that. But otherwise, why would you want a rind?
That is perfectly fine, though, Quentin. You can look at Mallory Gate Stash, and she does amazing things with as few flavors as she has.
Yep.
You don't need like millions of flavors like we have. Tim just wants to collect everything. You just need, a few good of the flavors that you like that you can just make different combos with.
There's a lot of
And
the
you're
flavors I
golden.
have that I've collected in that 2100 and something that are just terrible. Absolutely terrible. There's others I could use if I wanted to, but there's so many better flavors, I'll never use them anyway. But I have them in case someone mixes with them and tries something, and every once in a while you'll see something like Hippie's Blue Falcon, where although those are 2 good flavors, it could be, I've seen it before where the 2 flavors are used that you really don't think much of, and they just do something magical, adding that 1 or 2 flavors to something. And it happens every once in a while. Yeah, chocolates
That's
are,
because you didn't wait
God.
for the end, Hippo. You just bought every chocolate we said was okay right off the bat.
Yeah, he did kind of jump in 2 feet first. I mean, just because they're decent doesn't mean you should grab them.
For that till the end of time, but it's okay. You do you, boo.
And I apologize, by the way, with us not getting farther in the butterscotch caramel series yet. But like I said, beta season was a lot more work this year than usual because we really worked with the companies to make sure we got good flavors this year. I don't know about you guys, but I hate getting all these flavor packs where 75% of them are just, I'm never going to touch them. And that's what I was trying to work with this year. Trying to make sure that we didn't have that.
Oh my God, there are some bangers in this Wonder Flavor release, though, let me tell you. And I am so excited to be able to talk about them when we finally can. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank, let's go.
And Hungry Hippo, the hardest part is don't put too many together because those off notes, however so slight, will add up. Not just the good parts, but the bad parts do too. And sometimes the bad parts show up even when they're not in there if you put too many together, the wrong two, because they have a similar note that builds. So it's all practice. But yeah, just like one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was trying to make chocolate stuff and trying to add a whole bunch of chocolate to make it as like
Tim, one at a time.
What?
That's what he said. He's using them one at a time.
Smart move, because you start to mix them together and you try to make like, what is it called? Death by chocolate cake I tried once. That came right off of VLR because that was disgusting. It's like, how many off notes can I put in a chocolate mix in one time? Yeah, it was. Oh.
Dude, that is the perfect way to start, though, Quentin, is you find a few people's recipes that you really like, and eventually you branch out and you work off those and you make them your own.
And that's also why we do this single source. It's also partially because Bull City does actually give a giveaway on that one, but also this way here, someone new can go to one place, get everything they need to make someone's recipe. That's the purpose. I mean, sometimes people do flavor houses. You can go direct to a flavor house. In most cases, you can buy directly from flavor house, or you can find a place that sells the whole flavor house. So that's still possible. But mostly that episode is once a month is made specifically for the new mixer to be able to go in. Even if it's a really complicated recipe, they can get every flavor from one source, go home, mix it, and make it. And see if they like that kind of mix, or if they like that kind, if they really like one, and especially if it's a really good one. I mean, that makes a huge difference. And that is probably I think that's probably our most useful episode that we do once a month. I mean, the other obviously is the one we do for the single source, but we also do the seldom never used, because that'll get you to break out the ones you haven't tried yet and see what they're like. Stephen L, eventually he's going to have a whole bunch of them. When he gets a certain date, he's going to be like, oh my God, I got all these I can use now. And he's going to be like going nuts with that episode. And we already know which one he's going to like best.
Sweet.
That's true too, Kerplop. Best way to learn is learning not to do. We try to help with that as much as possible with pointing out the flavors that have some serious off notes and stuff.
Just so I don't forget later, we got Gunny all situated. He's all set.
Good.
Yeah.
November 2nd. Oh, November 2nd? November 2nd, Banana Raw is getting used, right, Steven? Actually, I'd start a week ahead of time, let it steep.
True.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Neil,
oh my God, that is such a good blend.
It is.
Tim would know, because those are both in hashtag Birdie Chocolate Starfish, which he stole from me again.
Mean this one?
I brought it out specifically to vape during AVS, and then Birdie wasn't there, and then Tim fucking stole it all again. Again. That's the second bottle of it he's taken on me.
No, you took it back last time. You didn't let me keep it, or I wouldn't have had to steal it again. It is. It's a good raspberry. It truly is a good chocolate raspberry candy bar flavor.
I will mix myself up another bottle eventually when I'm done doing all this testing for the other stuff, which I think I have them perfect now. So
try anything that looks interesting to you, Quentin. It's the way you're going to learn. But don't feel defeated if you don't like it, because that's not the case. You're going to learn it. You're going to mix stuff that you don't like now and then, and you're going to mix stuff that you think you like, that you love and are proud of, that other people might even like try to critique you down. Don't let them. It's not up to them. If you like it, that's all that freaking matters. And eventually, later on, you'll probably look back at that flavor and say, "Oh, wasn't that great?" But while you're liking it, just enjoy it. It doesn't matter. Like, that really is a thing. You'll like something so much, and then you're like, later on, you'll go back and try to mix it up. Say, I wonder if that still holds up, and you realize you've went so far in your journey in mixing that old one isn't quite holding up like it used to in most cases. Not in all cases. I mean, I still kind of like my first couple mixes. But I did, similar to what you guys are doing here, I spent a lot of time asking a lot of questions from Fresh 03 and the crew. Mostly Fresh, but got a lot of answers from them. And that really helped me to avoid a lot of mistakes. And not perfect, but it helped a lot. And then also the Mixing It Up crew, constantly, I was friends with them anyways from before, and that just, when that took off, I had them to go, I had people to go to and ask questions of. Overdrip, aka Canadian Jesus, aka Chris, was on with us this last weekend. He was on Mixing It Up, taking all the credit for taking all the credit for me getting started in mixing. Even though he was only on the show, he is not the one pushing for it, but still at the same time he did, yeah.
I mean, if you really want to get technical, like really get technical,
Clown.
Anthony Ramella is the one that got you started because he
You are correct.
the Flavora pack that you won that got you your first flavorings.
And I'm trying to remember, I think it was Bryson, or that might have been Brendan from Flavora, helped with that too, because instead of sending one dessert flavor pack, knowing us just starting out, they sent two, and they sent the Bible, their little cookbook, so to speak, your recipe Bible. So that was how I got started. Oh yeah, there's Neil, knuckling, it truly, sometimes it helps, and then other times you will. Don't not try it. Like, I have knuckled stuff and almost not tried it because it tasted so bad off the knuckle, and then I vaped it, and it's like, oh my god, this is amazing. But it did not taste that way off the knuckle, and the opposite happens too.
So I've also done the thing where I've dripped it in there and knuckled it before I started vaping it. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. And then I'll hand it to Tim and let him vape it first and not let him know I haven't vaped it yet. And then if he's like, oh, hey, that's pretty good, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'll take it back and I'll vape it. And I'll be like, hey.
Is this along the times of the, like, when you keep on trying to give me the Noms chocolates I can't stand and trying to hide them and mask them?
I haven't done that in a really long time, so shush.
Hey, just so we're clear though, I have 100% picked it out of every damn one of those things you tried to trick me with.
And most of the time I don't even think about it. I'll make a mix and it's like really good and I'll be like, ooh, Tim, try this. And then you're like, ugh. I'm like, oh fuck, I used that chocolate. Shit. And don't even think about it because it tastes so good. I just want to share it with you.
No, we just had the rabbit, but she can be a little piggy.
Well, technically I have a guinea pig right now. His name is Nick. I mean, I love you, Nick, and I hope you enjoy all the liquids I send you, but I'm literally using you as a guinea pig.
If he's the only guinea pig, okay, then what about Steve-O? Oh no, Steve-O's technically my guinea pig. No, yours too. Yours too.
He tried your guinea pig first, but I'm also sending him a couple of samples this time.
Well, he also tried the boysenberry sundae before everybody else.
Yeah. Well, not before everybody else, but everybody else on YouTube anyway.
Yeah. And he's the only one that tried the mango. Well, had the mango. Oh, I can't help it, but I have wanted it. I mean, we burned ourselves out on the cap mango a long time ago, and it made me want a realistic version. And it's one of those things when I set myself on something, I just keep trying and trying and trying. I finally nailed it. And that's why this is here.
I'm not being an ass kisser. I'm being honest. I mean, dude, love you, Nick,
I'm with you,
I'm using your ass right now to be a guinea pig and to push my shit. I know how to work shit. I send it to Nick. He likes it. He pushes it. I'm all good.
All right. I'm going to call this poll because I think we've got enough by now. Okay. So what do we got here? We has vibrant, bright, vibrant flavors, like tropical flavors and stuff. I figured that would be for this time of year because it edge out some and season doesn't matter being second, just variety. Being second, yes, that's us. We fall into that. Although I do tend to sway toward more vibrant colors in the summer. Vibrant flavors in the summertime. Same all year round is going to be some people that just want the same type of thing all year round, and that's fine.
That's that bright ass purple cake behind him.
Yeah, but the bright ass purple cake can fall under vibrant colors because that vibrant flavors because that is a vibrant, deep, vibrant flavor, sweet one. It can still be a dessert, but it also falls under dessert. So this actually kind of falls under two categories. Which
oh my God, I was talking about the flavor and the color. Jeez Louise. Stop mansplaining. See you, Hanky. Probably tomorrow, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Hanky.
I mean, what am I saying? I'll definitely see you tomorrow because there's no way you don't come into the after show. Psh.
If anyone doesn't know, by the way, we don't usually mention this on Tuesdays, but on Wednesdays we're on the UK e-liquid mixing show on Benny Vape's channel. So if anybody's wondering what we're talking about when we mention the other show, I don't mention that often enough. There's a calendar on my website. I'd have to look and see where it's at now. It's been a while, but should be a calendar, and Nightbot should be putting it in there. I got to recheck and make sure everything's still in the same time zone. It's been a little while since I checked on that. We had so much going on. It's like
shows have come and gone a lot too, so it might need to be edited even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shows have kind of gone. They changed time slots. We actually got to catch some of Wayne the other day. It was really nice to see him live. I haven't been able to catch it live. We got home from the grocery store. I sat down. I saw the thing pop up. I threw it right up on the screen. It's like, yep. She started making lunch. Or our lunch for us, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put Wayne up. She goes, okay. We got to watch some Wayne.
He played it on his phone for the longest time, and I was getting ready to complain and be like, why don't you just put it on the damn TV? This is annoying. And then he put it on the TV.
Yeah, it is good to catch him live.
Same wavelength a lot with our thought processes lately, though, and that's scaring the hell out of me.
Wayne?
No, you.
Which is better?
The raw, not the V2.
They're different. Okay. So it's going to be particularly on you. I prefer the blueberry raw. I actually prefer the OG blueberry even better. But
you can only get that from Noms.
You only get that from Noms. But every one of the blueberries is different. All of them are good, but in different ways. The blueberry is a little bit more like a really thicker blueberry, like fleshy blueberry. And the blueberry raw V2 is a little bit more almost jammy. It's the V2, blueberry raw V2. Oh, too late, V8. I've seen our conversations. Although I scarily, am a little scared on how much I've been vibing with phrasing lately. It's to a scary level. But
only if your name is Nick Green.
That too, yeah.
You guys fuck with him so bad. What is you two and Barbara? Oh, all hell breaks loose, especially when she's
creamy strawberry pomegranate smoothie. And oops, it went down too far. And ice, peach, white grape, pear medley. That's not an easy thing to go after at first, by the way. Those.
I mean, Hippo, we're already both kind of slightly psychotic, so it doesn't take much of a push. To be honest.
Yeah, we saw the show. If anybody watched today's stream,
you guys should have known me a few years ago. There's a reason I'm medicated. And I don't just mean with shed time.
If you are going after that, what'd you say? It's strawberry. What strawberry did you say, by the way? I'm gonna go back up here. Iced creamy. Oh, creamy strawberry. Okay. Smoothie.
Wait until the round of failure release. Honestly, wait until the Wonder Flavor release. There's one releasing that we know is on the list that will be perfect for that. Honestly.
Oh yeah, Liquid Barn is yeah. Strawberry ripe from TPA, much better. Kim, message me and I'll walk you through it. I can't if I can find the email, I'll send it to you. I don't know if it's still, after a while they get deleted, but the workaround thing is I can't really explain it on here completely. I think I have before, but it shouldn't be. But yeah, there is a workaround thing. It has to do with basically it's going to be picked up there and shipped more like personally to you by somebody, but for the same charge as if you weren't or buying from them. So someone's going to pick it up for you at their shop, kind of, and then bill you for it there and then have you pay them to ship it. Is sort of how that's working. Juliet jammy, yeah. That strawberry Juliet is, by the way, that flavoring is different. I don't hate it, but it's different. Yeah, they do have some. I got to do it too. I got to do it again soon. Still got to get the new SSAs. We haven't picked those up yet. But right now we're primarily working on menu item stocking. Night, Quentin. So, yeah. If you need have any questions, mixersmailbox@gmail.com. Don't be afraid to ask. Or you can, if you have just regular questions and not something to do with necessarily the show, you can always message on the app as well. And whenever I log in to check, it'll show up. Actually, I'll get notifications on my phone. If you use the messenger system on the app, works really well to get a hold of me, because that actually sends me both an email and it sends it through the website, so I see it when I log into the website. And if you look down there, if you check out the blog on there, there's links to different things you might want to pick up. Now that I had the affiliate thing for Amazon, I can do that and post links and stuff for things that, like the LB501. When I ordered mine, I actually put the link in there and a few other things in there that just come in handy. I think the camera, the video camera, the webcam I'm using right now is one of the things that's on there, which I might have to order a new one if this keeps acting up. It might just be, I mean, I've had this thing, what, 7-8 years?
Yeah, but you have other cameras already.
You're right. It's time for an upgrade. Are you picking on me about the expensive Sonys? Or the Brio?
You are grounded.
Yep. Yeah, the gift card idea still works. I still think you still got to do the workaround to get the shipping, though. But yeah. It's a whole, like, a lot of that has to do with credit card companies, though. I think you still have to do the workaround, but it will work. Gift card, you can spend it that way. Yeah, I actually got the ones that Nick used to have.
No, kerplop. They are not for the bedroom.
No. I got them for the down lows, but I just haven't used them in a while, so I'd have to reconfigure them.
So reconfigure them.
When? I have so much time. If I had more time, we'd have all my music up for you guys to listen to. By the way, I don't know how everybody's been liking the music. I've been working on it for quite a while now, and I feel like I'm getting better. I hope I am. Oh, okay. If you can do it, you can do it with a gift card. That's fine. I didn't know that was a possibility for a workaround. If that works, then great. But I know the workaround does work. It's not as bad as it seems, but you do have to wait to get a response from them to get the proper invoice to pay. It's a little, that's the worst part, is having to wait, but they're pretty quick. It'll be within 12 to 24 hours. Good old point and shoot. Just most phones nowadays have amazing cameras for that.
Yeah.
We're being honest. Like, yeah, I can't complain about the phone cameras. Oh, good to hear, Mike. I don't know if he still has that. I know Linda had posted the email before as well. I don't know if that's still available on her social media, but she had posted the email at one point on how to do it and explained it. And I think we went over it once on one of the shows, but that was a long time ago, and it probably is not like tagged anywhere, so you wouldn't be able to find it. We'd have to remember what show, and I don't. Lenses are better in point and shoot, yes. It's got more manual focus. It's not all digital. Oh yeah, the AI program for the auto thing. You can turn it off, but it is a pain in the ass. The AI features. It smooths things out, but sometimes it focuses on things you don't want it to focus on. You don't get the full real picture. It tends to blur out backgrounds more. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the toasted coconut cheesecake, literally, we bought a half a gallon so that we could split the cost with both cities so that they could keep it on the menu. Because they couldn't really justify getting the full amount. That's all. Because of the time period they'd have to sell that full amount in, which, hey, I'm glad it got saved. Now, if there's a good surge in buying that flavor, yeah. See, Wayne made a mistake. He knuckled it. He should not have knuckled it. That's going to taste like suntan lotion. It doesn't taste that way in your mix.
No.
That's one of those flavors you don't straight knuckle without diluting first. If it's been diluted, fine. But in the condensed form, most coconuts are going to taste like suntan lotion off your knuckle if you try to taste the concentrate direct. Yep, Canon does have nice hardware. I was torn between Sony and Canon. I had talked to Legion about this, about which one to get, and he said they're pretty much just, once you go down one route, stick there. That otherwise, it doesn't matter. They're pretty neck and neck. And I decided to go Sony route. And I got the camera in here. The difference between the two, this one is a normal US version. The other one is in Japanese. And let me tell you, it's fun trying to navigate the Japanese version sometimes.
Fun for me listening to a bitch about it anyway.
Tried to tell you that he was not having the salted coconut cheesecake. Who's not having it? I'm not understanding the question. Telling us who is not having it. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, Wayne? Oh, has he tried it before on the show and not liked it?
It's Wayne. He probably doesn't even have it.
Well, he also doesn't like coconut extra, but he tried my pina colada, ultimate pina colada, when I was still on the show with him. And we did that other side show, and he liked it after steep. So he can't always say that it's 100% anyways, even with him. Yeah, I got the Canon, what is it, 5200 something? Yeah, Bull City is carrying it, going to be carrying it. Mike, he's also sensitive to coconuts, so he's a little skeptical about trying different ones. Most of them he doesn't care for. Well, it wasn't just that. I was actually was one of the conversations I went to. I was going. We were going to order it at the time anyway, Mike. We would have figured that out, but yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, Wayne doesn't really do a lot of coconuts. He likes sweet coconut. Flavora is his go-to if you watch. And if you really watch Wayne, he gets really confused with the coconuts too, because there's a way to mix them so that they taste good, even with you had to add a little of each and add them just right. He's so used to the commercial, he tries to push things too far, and some coconuts you just cannot push. And that's because he is focused mostly on commercial mixes. Everybody has their thing. Wayne's a good guy, though. I'll never question that. And he has been for the community for a very, very long time. And he won't steer you wrong. He's just going to steer you in his direction.
Yeah, that too.
And
Wayne has his flavors that he likes. And
let's face it, 90% of what Wayne uses is Cap. That's just his go-to flavor house. And he's been on that kick because he's been mixing since the earlier days of mixing. So he's been mixing so long that he's stuck on them. And that happens with, you'll see a lot of the old school mixers, they get so used to their like Trinities and stuff from before, they'll still use those to this day repeatedly rather than try to mix it with new things. And as far as new flavors, Wayne doesn't actually have a lot of new flavors. He doesn't really bother going out there and trying to get very many of them. Only the ones on profiles he really, really enjoys. It's just, that's that old school mentality. And plus, he's very on the commercial side. I like picking his brain on the commercial side because there's a lot of things that, for me, I don't mix necessarily in the same way he does. On some things we agree completely on, and other things we don't. And part of that came from I learned from Fresh before I got to learn some from Wayne. So it definitely did that. And then I did my own thing on the side, which changed it completely.
hi, Funky Monk.
Well, yeah, but Mike, he sticks to a lot of the old school flavors. So if he loses a newer flavor that he doesn't really use, it is not going to mean anything to him.
I did send you an email, Funky Monk. If you haven't seen it, we may have figured something out for you. Hopefully. We'll see.
Yep, all subjective. Flavors are subjective anyway. Taste is subjective. The way you build, you might decide that you like that old school. I mean, a lot of times you get nostalgic. Like if you've been vaping commercial liquids for a very long time, you might get nostalgic for certain old school Trinities and stuff like that and older flavors. Like what's the one, the strawberry everybody loves? Strawberry syrup. Everybody, a lot of old school vapors love that flavor. I am not a fan of that flavor.
Are you talking about raspberry syrup?
Raspberry, not strawberry. Yeah, raspberry syrup. I'm not a fan of that flavor. I think it tastes very artificial and not in a good way. But if you got used to that flavor or you're nostalgic for that flavor, I like, what was it? The raspberry gummy candy. A lot of people like that for the same reason because it gave them that nostalgic flavor. I'm not a fan of that one either. I'd like a more realistic strawberry or a nice sweet strawberry, not something that tastes very, very, very artificial to me. But that's subjective. If you like it, don't let anybody tell you it's wrong. It's not. If you choose that that's what you want to have, you make what you like. That's what matters. Can I help you make it more realistic or sweeter or smoother? Yes. But does it mean that you're going to prefer it? No, you might not. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work with a lot of people. By the way, there's only one more episode of AVS going on, I believe. I think this is the last one coming up. Might be two, but I think this is the last one coming up. So if you guys follow Legion Vapes, try to tune into this next show or two, because that'll be the end of AVS as we know it because of the new regulations. And you can't even be gratuitous towards vaping in Australia anymore.
Lambus bread is not subjective. It's just evil.
Lambus bread is subjective. A lot of people do love that flavor.
No, it's evil.
I don't care for it. You have a very distinct description for it. but it is subjective. And you know, some like Addie Tooney. Okay, we love Addie. We already talked about that earlier. Addie loves that flavor. Addie's an old school mixer. That makes more sense too. More forgiving for those flavors that just don't quite taste right. But
Well,
got
I
so
mean,
used to them, I like them anyway.
I love you, Addie, and I don't know why you like the taste of jizz, but I love you.
That was mean. Some
That's
people, it
okay
is the
because he
best
liked my
muffin
maple
flavor.
bourbon cheesecake.
Some people, it's like one of the best muffin flavorings in the world. Makes your muffin like taste better. Not for me.
Hey, Meter. What's up, buddy?
Meter, that could very possibly be true. You know that? Yeah. That is not an impossibility too. Love you, buddy. It's been a while. Yeah, if you're into punchy kickies, go over there and check out Meter. Should be able to just right click his name, I think is how it works, and you can actually subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, they actually still, I do still see that you guys are still doing the voting thing, so you can still even get in there and kind of compete against each other on who you could pick. It's not any money involved, but it's point system and fun to watch. Again, just time is not something we have in abundance anymore.
Time? There's such a thing as time?
I know. When's the last time we watched a full movie and just sat through it and didn't get distracted by something? And have to watch it in 12 parts. Yeah, she has to think that hard. She's still thinking.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I honestly don't know. And well, actually, I can't even say it's mostly you getting messages in the middle of it to pause it anymore because it's not all you anymore because I get messages and have to stop and take care of it myself now.
Yes, we're getting her more involved in social media, people.
Fuck off, Meter.
Yeah, also,
Shithead.
I forget what Meter's, I think you can look up Meter, but I'm not sure what it is on ELR, but if you want some candy mixes, that's the candy guy right there. And yeah, he does use a lot of Wonder Flavors, by the way, but that's understandable. Wonder Flavors has a lot of great, like if you're looking for candy, start there. You can probably make most anything out there. Not all of their, I'm going to be honest, not all of their gummy candies are great. The last release of the big release of gummy candies was not that great. Previous to that, their hit rate for gummy candies was excellent. Till that, he is kind of a candy man. The Meter mixes, yeah, I still refer to some of his mixes and some of the things we did together and being on shows together and some of his thoughts and insights to candies. Some of them really still stick to this day. Candy ass, whichever. Good one, Poppy. Oh God, this mango. This is an example, by the way. And I'd like to talk you guys through this at some point. Try to think, if you do single flavor tests, try to think and try and imagine what flavors will work like together. Think of it as like being a chef in the kitchen. You know, you're working with different ingredients and try to think how in your head beforehand, how they'll go together and work towards your goal. My mango sublime, tasting like a fresh slice of real mango, was not an easy thing to do. And it took a lot of thought process and a little bit of sort of alchemy to try and get it to work. But I finally nailed it, and it's not a throaty mango. It's just a nice, there's a little funky bite, but it's not like if anyone's tried cap mango or sweet mango, that stuff will shred your throat to a degree. This does not do that. And it tastes like fresh mango. And that I'm so proud of how this turned out, that not only am I glad it's released, but it's also just,
all right.
when you go so long.
The thing, Meter, your caramel base, while absolutely amazing and delicious, it's just a tad bit throaty.
Throaty,
I say a tad bit, but it's actually a lot throaty.
But it's so tasty. It is tasty, though. You won't be. No, it took some work to get this liquid to be just right, but you can do it. You have to think, and we'll go over some. That is something we'll be doing sometime soon on the Saturday show. Is going over some ways to tame things and change them and make them work. It's hard to do without saying it because I can't say it because this recipe is a private. Well, there's only like 3 private recipes I have, but that I keep private for a reason. Mostly if you're just really chasing something that's not working out is when you really got to start doing the testing thing. Single flavor testing. Other than that, most of the time I used to test just in mixes. A lot of fruits and stuff I'd test in like my custard mix or an ice cream mix. But once you get to that point, you'll start to realize that some of these off notes you're getting that you thought was something else are actually from the flavors. Yeah, smell knuckle won't give you the answer.
No.
What was the one the mullenberry? Glamour. I used that so much, got huge bottles of it. Thought I loved it. When we single flavor tested for the chocolate episode, we realized what we've been having problems with. We'd been having problems with occasionally having this weird like off note, and like it doesn't necessarily show up in every mix. There's some mixes will cover it, and then other mixes there's this weird off note that kept showing up, and I never realized it was Glamour until we did the single flavor testing against the others. Like, oh, that's that off note I've been tasting. And you know what? Since I stopped using it, my chocolate mixes have been so much better. Yep, golf tee on Wednesday nights. Yeah, unfortunately, we're usually in bed by that time. We're trying to catch more shows, but man, we're getting exhausted trying again.
Yeah.
Like, it's been... That's
The
part of the reason.
exhaustion is real.
Trying to catch... We used to catch everybody's show all the time. We used to run us ragged, and that was all we did. Now, with everything else going on, we just don't have the time. Used to get... I mean... Love to get on with you guys one of those nights, Meter, but we just by the time at that time of night we're already in bed, and even if we were able to roll over and watch it, we're not rolling over out of bed and onto the screen. No, not doing it. It's too much. I mean the last 2 times we were on with the guys from Australia, that took a lot out of us. It took us a week to recover. Each time.
Yep. Oh shit.
True kerplop. Yeah, I wish I was available for everything. I still do a lot of the reaching out to everybody and checking on people I haven't heard from for a while. I really do that. And if anybody here in chat is one of them, they understand. I really do. I don't just say it. I mean, practice what you preach kind of thing. It really can make a difference. And there have been times I've reached out recently that it became like week-long conversations because someone was in a bad spot. That's why we hadn't heard from them. And it's hard because you wind up devoting more time to do that. Hey, Lando. You wind up doing more time to do that. It's like I haven't been able to be on with Lando. I can't. I'm also working more. And unfortunately, that kind of stopped our late night recordings because we always recorded in the middle of the night, and I can't do it. And plus having time to watch a movie, like I said, we don't have time to even watch any movies all the way straight through anymore, let alone trying to watch them for the podcast. Time got shorter. Yeah, I've noticed that, Meter. I was wondering how you were doing with that. I mean, I've talked with you a little, but I didn't really ask you questions about how busy you've been. Not to mention you've been over the past few years, you've been dealing with all kinds of health issues between you, and then the wife had some issues, and it's like, yeah. Be there for each other. If someone's going through something, just reach out and let them know you're there. They might need someone to just say that to them, even if they don't respond. That's what I was saying. Yeah, between you and the wife, you both been through a lot. And then Steven, I know you're out of the zone, but how close was Steven still here if he's here? How close were you to the zones in Texas that got hit? Because when I saw the reach out thing about what's going on in Texas, I started thinking we do know quite a few people in Texas, so I worried a little bit. Speaking of, I haven't heard from Stan since then. We got to check on him. I don't know where it hit exactly, but I hope he's okay. Stan, by the way, Tenacious TX is still doing stuff, just not necessarily in the vaping realm. He's making stuff outside of it. He's still being creative. And, you know, he came back with the Dreamer Clutch not that long ago. So, you know, you never know what might come up, happen. There was supposed to be more stuff coming out, but it just didn't happen. You know, the vaping industry changed for a little bit, and sometimes these things fall by the wayside. It's like there's some hints of certain companies possibly shutting down that just got some major vape gear from some of our friends. Grim Green. And that sucks. That really sucks because he just went through the release, and now it's possible things are changing. Now are they going away for good? Are they going sideways? Are they kind of disappearing, going underground, or is it a different way to do it? This is questions we'll have to answer later, but for now, it's happening, and it sucks. All right, Meter. Love you, brother. It is always good to see you. Now you're the shit, Steven. You're the shit. So that's even better. By the way, that's another question. Giveaways. So just for fun, when we did the giveaways, I mean, I'll probably try it again next month. It's just fun to watch people battle it out when they really get competitive. So, and because of the donations and stuff through the super chats, you know, yeah, the large portion's taken out, but I got enough to cover the giveaway. So we actually able to do the extra giveaway on the first for the single source once a month. And I thought that was kind of fun. It did happen. Mao actually spent more than he needed to, but yeah, it was really nice to watch that play out. So Mao wound up winning this last one, but you never know who was going to win. But that whole fan thing, I mean, if they're going to throw it at you, you might as well use it and have a little fun with it. And if everybody gets sick of it and doesn't like it at all, I can try and figure out how to turn it off. But for now, try it for a little bit. Who is number one right now? I mean, that's funny. I've seen a lot of number twos, but I haven't seen number one in a while. Dalton was number one last I saw. I don't know. I gotta see. I'll check the leaderboard here. Top fans. Dalton is still in first with 150. Oh, Vaping Saves Lives is still in second as well. Tied for first. Although it says second. With Monkey, Plinkin, and third. Now, wait a minute. That's confusing. If I haven't seen these other two typing in chat. I don't know. Stephen L put in a super chat last Tuesday, and it didn't even show up.
Oh my goodness, it's an Odie.
Odie. Hey, I wonder if his ears were ringing. We were talking about you earlier, Odie. It's all good things this time. There's Odie. Like I said, make sure you always thank Odie a little bit. Even, you know, he's been doing so much behind the scenes for everybody for so long. Helps out so much and is a wizard with spreadsheets. Like, and look what he does. He tries to explain to me. I feel like I'm trying to learn hieroglyphics. It feels like that level of like teaching, and he sometimes goes a little fast for someone who's a little far behind. But you know, it's like he's trying to teach me calculus, and I'm still working on learning my addition. I've been out of it too long for spreadsheets. Beaver secretions. Oh, all vanilla. Okay, got it. Some jerk actually said Odie's kick ass. The nerve. Yeah, grab the stone from my hand, grasshopper. And I was also mentioning the fact that you and I need to get together, but trying to find the time's been bad. That's my fault. My bad. I've gotten so busy. But Odie and I need to talk and discuss the future of at least one of the shows. And trying to figure out how to get better segments and better information out there, and like be like nice to see like the Reddit reintegrated again. And because there was a lot that went on Reddit that actually was deep. I mean, Reddit, careful, it can be toxic, but it can also be really, really good. Shoots first, takes some cold daddy. That's an actually, yeah, Dalton. Dalton's, I see why he's number one. Although then we lose Odie. Is that worth it? Ick. I want to know who did the collecting if they're wild beavers. I mean, who went out there to catch these wild beavers to collect the secretions, huh? Exactly, Odie. We actually managed to keep most of the toxic out of our groups over there, out of what you were doing over there mostly. That was amazing. But so if you stay in the right groups, it can be a very useful place. And there's some good discussions that went on in there. Yep. Yeah, again, I mean, there's new ones. Odie, I got to get Odie the actual, don't know if I think I sent him a copy of the changes and stuff I've made and add additions already on the offline flavor stash, but there are more coming. So those will be on there too soon. I know we have, like I said, 18 SC coming from Wonder Flavors and 8 naturals. I forget the exact number, but I believe it was, forget what the number was from Flavora, but we had those ones there. I got the numbers off there, though I don't have the list necessarily. I do have the list kind of from Flavora. And I do have the list from Wonder Flavors, but I'll be bringing that up. Probably if we know the release date, you guys will know a few days to a week ahead of time at least what's coming. So you can prepare yourselves for what you might want to rush and grab before it's gone. Thank you, Steven. I'll try to get that out to you guys ahead of time so, you know, maybe our groups of people who watch can get a chance to grab that stuff before everybody else like swipes it and the flavor packs are gone. I can tell you right now, if they're flavor packs and it's a full thing, it's going to be worth getting. These were thoroughly tested from both companies. So I know for a fact that most of them, although I don't, of course, I'm not going to be like, yay on all of them. But even the ones that weren't like, yay, were not bad. They were decent, that have made it. Exactly, Kerplop. Like, that's what Odie kind of wants to bring back, some of that, like, heyday. A little bit on that. And I think that that could really, really work for us, to give us another avenue to actually discuss things in more detail and get a better idea of what people want. Yeah, not necessarily the same form, but I think Odie's plans and ideas on that really, really are resonating with me. Neil, did you see oh god, I can't remember his name. Facing out on stage with me like the day that at the DC rally. I can like think of the name, but I can't think of who. Put out a post about the fact that Australia seems very, very fishy. Like, not, I didn't use the word fishy, but it's very, like, seems shady, very shady. What's going on in Australia right now? It feels very much like there's money in some pockets, like for real. The way that it's going, because it's not like they're like not pushing as hard on it, but they're pushing out a lot of what would be competition for other things is what they're doing right now in Australia. Feels like they are kind of pushing you in one direction if you do want to vape there. And they're also making it like impossible, like to advertise. You can't even talk positively about vape without potential chance on social media without potential chance of flow back and maybe fines. That's crazy. Oh, Dave ID10T, yes, I miss him, but I'm also glad that he's working on himself and doing his own thing. Yeah, Dave is very one of a kind. He made descriptions very one of a kind too. Kerplop, he really did. And his butyric sensitivity. Who can forget the baby vomit discussions?
Ew.
Oh yeah, you know there's a lot going on down there that just isn't fair. New vinyl shower curtains and maybe a wash buttholes. Yeah, there was a lot of good discussions. Yeah, Odie and I talk about this every once in a while about ID10T's descriptions. I do miss that over the top like sense of humor he had with it. And yet somehow he was not completely wrong with these descriptions. Yep. Lando's been keeping it going with the What in a Horror. Sorry, Lando, I haven't had the time, and it isn't looking very positive that I'm gonna anytime in the near future either. It's just been feels like things just pile up more and more and more, but in a positive way. Everything I'm working on has been going really well. That includes at work. At work. Spot on, usually. Yeah, Kerplop, true. I mean, the only thing with ID10T that was different is sensitivities. Like, he was very butyric sensitive, so that could be definitely one of those situations where, you know, if you're not butyric sensitive, you won't get that baby vomit. So you won't have to worry about that. But if you are butyric sensitive, yeah, his descriptions are spot on. And I'm slightly butyric sensitive, but not to the point where he is. Like, he gets, I mean, I get a little of what he's saying, but I don't get a full on. But I can tell you when I can tell something's butyric, I can taste it now. And that's actually partially because of him. It's like DeMillan, pencil shavings. I now know what that pencil shaving note is. So if you're a pencil shavings sensitive, I can let you know it's there. But if you're not pencil shavings sensitive, I can tell whether or not you're going to have a bad day with that flavor. To a degree. I mean, flavor's subjective, but I can give you a good idea. Depending on where you're at in the spectrum. But yeah, we're probably really rambling on here. I'm sorry about the rambling on, but we are getting into a lot of discussion about things that are important. Community matters. Yep, I saw that, Steven. Saw you joined. You showed up on my phone. Emily is Alfred. Yeah, she kind of was the voice of reason that kind of kept everybody in control. That'd be kind of pretty accurate. Yep. I would say that that's a pretty good description. Chiba is a little bit more out there. ID10T did not give a fuck about what he said. He just wanted to complete the mission. Chiba was more the slightly more crazy out there person that was adventurous, and Emily's kind of the voice of reason in that group. So yeah, I would say that's a very accurate description. Certain chocolates give off like pencil shaving notes if you're sensitive to that pencil shaving taste. And when we went on over the chocolate series, we realized, wow, a lot of them do. A very, very large percentage of chocolates give out that pencil shaving note. And some of them to the point where even if you're not sensitive, you're probably going to taste it. Yeah.
Happy freaking joy.
Kim, it needs a little time to steep, but I think it's going to steep nicely. The blackberry is a little punchy, but that's normal for Flavora blackberry. And the buttercream really isn't showing up quite as much as it will once it melds in a little bit more with the blackberry and blueberries and the cake. It'll kind of blend with all of them a little bit, which it's supposed to in this case. I think it's going to be a very good mix. It's not as shake and vapeable as I'd like it to be. It's really kind of a little bit of a steeper. And that's mostly the blackberry that's kind of causing that. But that is a good blackberry, and I think that is a good spot for it. It just needs time to play well with others. I want Flavora because it's a nice, solid, realistic blackberry. That'll hold up against those two blueberries. Some do have a cocoa powder note too, yeah. I don't know about cocoa power. I mean, are we cocoa Power Rangers? But I think he meant powder. Yeah. Thanks, tell Cassie. It's a pretty picture, LO. Steven, you're number
I didn't
one.
make that picture though.
What, mine?
Yeah.
No, this here actually it showed up on my Instagram feed, the real recipe, and it's like, oh, I need to make that. It showed up about a month ago, and I've been thinking about when to make it, and tonight I was just looking at it, go, yep, that's happening tonight. Mighty Multi Power Rangers, yep. Exactly, V8. Like Hershey cocoa powder. Yeah, we went through that series. I didn't think it was going to be. It started off great. The first episode, we're like, oh, this is good. By the third episode,
Because we did it like white chocolates.
Yeah. And then we got to like third episode. It's like, what the fuck did we get into? Sorry for the language, but yeah, that's how we felt by the third episode. And then by the time we got to like the fifth or sixth, it's like, oh God, this is torture. Well, there are some flavors, LD, that taste a lot like the ooze, so yeah. You know what though? If you think about what you would think the ooze flavor would taste like, to me that would be like kiwi or aloe. That's what I think the ooze should taste like. If you ever made ooze one. Oh, V8. Creams. Speaking of creams, I won't say what ones, but yes, there's an expansion thing coming out from somebody. We'll go over it later, but yeah, get ready for some unique flavors coming out. Tootsie Roll cake, yum. Actually, that's not horrible. Could be worse. Thank you, Stephen. I'm sorry. Sorry I offended you. No, this actually turned out really good though. I think this recipe is going to steep out right where I want it. Only thing I was questioning before, and because it's still not coming through as much as it should, but I don't want it to. This to me looks like a frosting heavy cake, like you would get. This is like a kid's version of a cake where you get a lot of frosting and just a little bit of really juicy cake, and it's kind of melded with the frosting. And that's what I'm getting out of the picture, and that's why I went very light. I mean, you just got the 1.5% flavorless yellow cake in there, just to give it a little texture. It's not really going to taste like cake. Odie. Speaking
God,
of, I hope he's doing
motherfucking
okay.
damn it, sucking bitch, cock sucking whore bag.
Steven wants to keep chatting just because he's number one now.
You're number one.
Somebody's mixing up my mix, so I guess I gotta wait a minute. Hmm.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kim, run a little late for the show tonight. Your recipe looks so good, I want to mix it. How well do you like it?
Oh.
It's gonna be good.
I don't know. Who's number 2 now?
Who does number 2 work for? What the heck? That makes 0 sense. So,
I see Dalton Beaver's number 3.
yeah, Kerplop's
Number
number
2?
2, but it's saying vaping saves lives is number 1, but that's not. Oh, Stephen L is vaping saves lives. That's why. That's weird. It doesn't show your chat name in here. It shows your at vaping saves lives. But yet, I see you clearly as Stephen L.
No. Duchess is not here. No.
Then Kerplop and Dalton. As far as we know, Duchess isn't here unless he's lurking in chat.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen him in chat, but he's not on the panel. Be the main point there. Let's see, 1.
The medicine flower just gives it a little bit more oomph to the blueberry, and it is a nice little bite. It isn't necessary there, Kim. I almost didn't put it in there, but I felt like I really wanted something really good. And if I'm going to pull off something like this behind me, I felt this is the time to use the medicine flower.
And it's weird because we both ended up using the Flavor West medicine flower blueberry combo in our recipes tonight. And we didn't discuss it beforehand. It was just a weird coincidence. I didn't even know what I was going to make until I came in here and I was like, you know what? I'm craving like a blueberry bread.
I've had this image on my desktop for, like I said, almost a month now, and I just like saw it and it's like, yes, tonight's the night. The recipe's on Instagram. I just don't have the link anymore. I mean, if you look at, I think if you, when you like something, it shows up in your feed, but I do like a lot of, like, I like mostly people's family, like seeing the kids and stuff for different people and they're growing up. It kind of makes a big deal for me. Like AJ lately and his, what?
I dropped something and hit a key on my keyboard. Something popped up. I wanted to get out of it before I hit anything. So I threw my hands up.
You threw your hands up like I thought something was wrong. It's like, okay. Yeah.
And then I dropped shit? No.
I mean, it's a good flavor, Kim. There's a few. A couple of the new ones there that are really good is the huckleberry and the, what's the other one? Dragon fruit, right?
Yeah, those are good.
The dragon fruit is definitely more potent than real dragon fruit, but it's the most realistic dragon fruit. It's see Cassie, you're getting blamed for stuff now.
I'm so sorry. I'll try to keep everything from BCF from now on. I can't promise that because Noms has some pretty damn good flavors.
True. Well, have fun, Lando. Enjoy that Taco Bell remix.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing that Taco Bell remix. It would still be good without the medicine flower, I think, though, Kim. But yeah, with the medicine flower, be better. The 0.5% of medicine flower makes that blueberry pop.
Does it make it pop?
Just got the really bright notes. I think the OG blueberry VSO is also one that would kind of work in the same spot. I don't think the others are a little too thick, so they actually would thicken it up. It won't give you that brightness. The OG, I think that's what I like best about the OG was it was brighter. That would be from Noms too. But it isn't quite the same. They are different. Whatever blueberry, it might be the blueberry itself it's extracted from. Tea bag cake with Tim's berries on top. Okay. Why is it purple though, Kerplop? That's my question. Worth the wait? Yeah. You can't tell me that don't look yummy. I did mention it to her. As I say, I could pick up some blueberries. We can use our black raspberries instead of the blackberries. I did mention that. It would be nice.
Was I by chance not listening to you at the time?
Well, you seldom listen to me, so it probably was that. Dan Francisco. All right. Well, we're going to get headed out of here. Okay. So, yeah. Probably going to listen to the Me song. I call it the Me song because it just, if you guys know figured out my sense of humor or haven't yet, and kind of the way I kind of float through and try to keep a positive attitude, that's really what the song's all about. So I'll probably play that on the way out again tonight because just it hits the vibes for me. It's one of my favorites. Not my absolute favorite, but one of my favorites. And I think Cassie likes that song too. She just likes Why So Serious even better. But
yeah, you should play that one. That's a good song.
I don't have that one uploaded yet. So but we will get these. I'll try to get these songs out at some point here too. It just, like I said, not a lot of time. Technically,
that's
Odie,
the one I like.
Technically, Odie, it is that one. There is discussion about smoking in the very beginning of that song, which is one of the reasons why I think she likes it.
Yeah, and the Why So Serious song.
Yeah. That is one of the first lines in there.
Yeah.
So there is one that has a little of that in it.
Wow. Serious about the joke.
And then has she ever lets me play What Flavor Are You? That kind of comes
Never
along with
in
mixing.
a million fucking years. It's not going to happen. Drop it.
It's a mixing song or a chef song.
No, it's not.
It's got some innuendos in it. Just a few.
Some innuendos, a lot of innuendos, very dirty innuendos.
Eventually, it's going to be out public, so be prepared.
No, it is not. Over
See, I'm not
my
allowed to play
dead
that one.
body.
So yeah, for now, I've only got 3 songs loaded up. I've got the 4 technically because I could do Never for Liberty.
Technically, Odie, one of them does have part about something along those lines.
Yeah. It does talk about cake. Yeah. And sweet like honey. Yeah. Always clean your windows. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Steven's heard some of them. I think you've heard pretty much all of them, Steven. Who knows? Yeah, the for now, it's the one I'll play on the way out, though, is the one that most represents me, as in kind of just how I cope. Like, yeah. Sarcasm, just let it go. Just have fun. Don't be so serious.
Let it go.
All right, guys. You have a great night. Enjoy your week. We'll see some of you on Saturday. See some of you tomorrow on Benny Vape's channel. And Odie, Thursday or Friday, maybe if we both have some time, maybe we can finally do that. Spending time talking. Good night, everybody.
You do have an appointment Friday, so we'll have to work around that if it's that day.
That's what happened last week. We had appointments. Bye.
I'm not a king, don't need a throne. I'm sitting here just on my phone. Life's a circus, not a test. So I juggle it like I'm the best. Laugh it off, don't let it sting. Dance like nobody's watching. Serious faces ain't my thing. I'm just here to do my swing. Chill in my hoodie, I'm not a suit. Play my cards, don't give a hoot. Who says you gotta walk that line? I zigzag through, just feeling fine. Laugh it off, don't let it sting. Dance like nobody's watching. Serious faces ain't my thing. I'm just here to do my swing. I've got no map, no fancy plan. I just wander like a carefree man. If the world says jump, I sit instead. Living life my way till I'm dead. Laugh it off, don't let it sting. Dance like nobody's watching. Serious faces ain't my thing. I'm just here to do my swing.